Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Well, it's been a very big week for Smrt Live class. You guys, I'm sure you have noticed all the new classes we are starting. So thank you for watching these new classes. Remember these new teachers, Sagan, Neil, Nicole, Josh. They are excellent teachers, but they don't have experience teaching to a camera, right? It's not the same. It's really different, right? Usually teachers, we look at our students' faces and we ask them questions to make sure they understand, and yeah, it's very different, you know. We look at the chat and we try to make sure that you guys are that you understand the lesson. So yeah, so this week and next week they are practicing, and then we're gonna start some different kinds of classes. It's a different style of class. So myself, Mark, and Sean, we will continue teaching these classes, these free classes. You know, we teach you a lesson, we do some practice, and that's it. But these new classes are going to be a little different. We will give you homework. You will use Smrt. Smrt is our well, it's a website, but you know, maybe you can think of it like a textbook. And yeah, we're going to give you homework, and we're going to do everything, all kinds of English. We're going to do you know, listening activities, vocabulary, reading, writing. I'm gonna, you know, for my class, I'm gonna check your homework and email you, and it's, you know, very exciting, a very exciting, you know, very exciting idea, and I think a lot of students want that. Maybe, you know, a lot of students can't come to Canada or USA to learn English. So I think this is the next best way to learn English, and it's much cheaper. So just so you know, let's go to the computer here. Here is a map of the world, right? And of course, here is Canada and USA. So this morning, Neil is here in Washington State, in Spokane, a city in Washington State in USA. And of course, I am here in Canada, and in the city of Vancouver. So we have two schools, two studios, and Neil's class came from here in Spokane. Let me make this a little bigger. From the Spokane College of English Language, and my class and Sean's class are coming from Vancouver, the Canadian College of English Language. So technology, it's amazing. So just to let you know, before we start the lesson, I will continue doing this class every Wednesday. How do you spell Wednesday? Somebody help me. How do you spell Wednesday? Can somebody? Because the spelling's crazy. The spelling is actually pretty crazy. It's the pronunciation is Wednesday. Wednesday. But look at the spelling. We have a D. Zach, you're not a student. Why is Zach? Gosh, Zach is Zach is teaching me English here. Okay, so if you don't know, if this is your first Smrt Live class, I am the teacher, and Zach is helping me in the chat. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat, and if I don't see your question, Zach will tell me. Good job, everybody. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I know how to spell Wednesday. I'm just testing you. Wednesday. I will continue doing this class every Wednesday at this time. Okay, but I will also start a new class. I will start a new class every Tuesday every Tuesday and Friday at this time. Okay, so two classes every week, and this class we will do much more. Like I said, I will give you homework. I will check your homework. You know, we will study lots of different kinds of English. We will continue studying grammar. We will study listening, vocabulary, writing, reading. Oh my gosh, everything. So if you are interested, check out this webpage, smrt.me/live. I think that's right. Sorry, Zach, I didn't check that link before class. But if you guys are interested, go to this webpage. I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm just going to do smartenglish.com/live. No, it's this one. Sorry guys, I didn't check this morning. So smartenglish.com/smrt/live. Okay, so if you are interested in doing this different style of class, check out this webpage. Oh, CCEL/live? Did I make a mistake? I think smrt./live works too. Yeah. So look at the link in the chat, guys, and I'm sure we'll put the link under the video. My class Tuesday and Friday will be intermediate level, so the same level as this class, the same level. I like to teach this level. I like students have lots of questions, and it's fun. I like teaching this level. Anyways, let's start the lesson. Last week we started talking about the present perfect. So last week, Smrt Live class 52. You know, if you're watching this class right now, if you're doing this class right now live, no problem, stay here. But if you are watching this class on YouTube after, right, maybe you should watch Smrt Live class 52 first, because we're going to continue that lesson today. So last week in present perfect number 1 we talked about this. Whoa, what did I do here? Sorry, let me go back up. We talked about this way to use the present perfect. This way to use the present perfect. So that's important. Remember, there are different ways to use the present perfect. And this is why students, usually present perfect is difficult, because there are different ways to use it. So let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. Again, remember, new students, well, don't remember, but new students, if you can't see this clearly, turn on HD on your phones or on your computers. So these guys are looking in a music store, and one person says, I haven't heard this album yet. Have you? Yes, I have. It's really good. Yes, I have. So in this meaning of the present perfect, people are talking, so you have two things here, and they're connect. We are connecting the past with the present. Okay? We are connecting the past with the present. Now, last week we talked about the present perfect simple. Okay, now today we're going to talk about the present perfect simple and continuous. But remember, the present perfect simple, we need have or has plus a past participle. Okay, example, I haven't heard this album yet. So here we have, right? And the past participle for hear. What's a music store? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't, well, in Vancouver, we don't have music stores anymore because everybody buys their music online, or many people don't buy their music, right? Guys, I have a question. Sorry to talk about myself, but I told you last week I got glasses, and my glasses are special glasses for the computer. And I noticed last week that there is a glare on my lenses. Now you guys don't understand glare. Look at my glasses. You can see the light in my glasses. That's called glare. Okay, glare. So you know, light on glass or something. There is a glass in my lenses. So these are glasses, and lenses are the glass part here. Is that a problem? I want to know. Is that a problem? Let me know. If you don't care, just say, yeah, no, I don't mind. I don't mind it. But if it's a problem, let me know, because I can take them off, but they do help me. Anyways, let's go back to the present perfect. Don't worry, we still see your eyes. Okay, well, I mean, if that's important, I just mean, like, see now, there's a big glare, and maybe that's not good for Smrt Live class. Anyways, going back to last week, what did we study last week? Well, guys, when we for this way to use the present perfect, listen, okay? We are talking about a finished action. It happened in the past, but I think, like Luis said, or maybe Caio or Miguel, I can't remember, I'm sorry, but you guys are smart. You guys have studied this before. The result of, now listen, this is difficult, so listen. The result of the finished action continues now. I think Luis said that. Is Luis here? Luis Antonio Suarez? Mi grupo de ingres? I don't see him. Yomera's here. What's up, Yomera? Marianne? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you again. Guadria's back. Rosa's back. Hey, Rosa. Maria Sol Andrade. I don't know her. Maybe it's her first time. Mukhtar. I feel the sky is the limit for me with present perfect. Nice. Eduardo, the word is reflection or glare, okay? Reflection or glare. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Let's get back to the present perfect. The result of the finished action continues now. Does everybody understand result, right? The result. So look. I have met Jim. Luis, how are you? I have met Jim. Okay, what does that mean? That means in the past, I met Jim. Sorry, was that loud? Maybe I shouldn't do that. I met Jim, right? But the result, what is the result of I met Jim? What is the result? Guys, tell me in the chat. What is the result? If you met somebody, like the first time, you met that person last week, what does that mean now? What result continues now? It's a difficult question. What result continues now about I met the person last week? I met the person. Anybody? Yeah, outcome. Yeah, result is or outcome. Yo, Mara, perfect. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Right. The result is I know the person now. This continues now. So I have met Jim explains I know Jim because I met him in the past. Now, remember, meet is finished, but the result, or like Maria says, effect, or Luis says, outcome, right? The result, I know him, continues now. Let's look at another example, and then we'll start the new lesson. Okay? I just want to review. Because it's confusing, because we're going to talk about a different way. Okay, this is called a saxophone in English. I know other languages, it may be the same. She has learnt, let me make this a little smaller. She has learnt how to play the saxophone. Let's open a dictionary here quickly, and let's open learn. I love this dictionary, by the way. Rosa knows that, right? Learn, and let's look at verb forms right here. And look. Past participle, learnt, or past participle, learned. Okay, so that means we have two. It doesn't matter which one you use, okay? So she has learnt or learned how to play the saxophone, right? Yeah, go out. You guys have started. Yeah, thank you very much. You have started to answer my questions that you know I'm going to ask this. What is, yeah, Rosa, right? She has learnt how to play the saxophone means what did she do in the past? What's finished? She learned how to play the saxophone, maybe when she was a child. But the result continues now. And what is the result? Well, the result, like Rosa says, is now she can play the saxophone, right? She knows how to play the saxophone. Now, I have a question for you. I have a question because I'm sure many of you guys are the same as me. When I was a child, okay, now the next part here, can I use the present perfect? Can I use the present perfect here? When I was a child, can we use the present perfect in this part? I'm talking about this time, right? When I was a child, and of course, when I was a child is in the past. So if I'm talking about the past, if I'm focusing on a past time, can I use the present perfect? Can I use the present perfect? You guys, what do you think? Yes or no? 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 Whoa, Fatih's here. Fatih, welcome back. Donnie D. Interesting. New names. Tierno Touré. My pronunciation is terrible. Yeah, good. Okay, so good. You guys are all answering the right answer because you guys are smart. Right. Don't use the present perfect if you are focusing on a past time. The present perfect that we're talking about here, right? This meaning, okay, we are focusing on the past and the present. So don't use a past time. Good job, guys. Don't use the present perfect if you are focusing just on the past. Okay, so example, when I was a child, I learned how to play the saxophone. Okay, don't use the past perfect. Maybe we will do a lesson on past perfect. Okay, let me just do something here. Zach, can you, I'm on my Google chat, but I don't see any of your any of your messages, so I'm not sure what's wrong. Maybe Zach just not sure what to do about that. Well, whatever. Let's continue. Okay, so that's what we talked about last week. With that kind of present perfect, we can use these words: never, ever, right? Lately, 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 so far, already, yet. I think you guys know most of these words. Okay. We also use that present perfect. We also use this kind of present perfect if we're using unfinished time words. Unfinished. So look at these words: today, or this week, or this year, or this class. Well, guys, we just talked about, well, what do we do if we're using a finished time? A finished time, right? If you say a finished time, you need the past tense. Fatih, don't use the past perfect tense. A lot of students get confused about that. Don't use the past perfect. No. Just use the past. Okay? Yesterday, is yesterday finished? Is yesterday finished? Yeah, well, then don't use the present perfect. Yesterday I met Jim. Okay? I have met Jim? No. We're focusing on yesterday. If you just want to say, in the past I met Jim and now I know Jim, just say this: I've met Jim. I've met Jim, or I have met Jim. Okay? So, with finished times, use the past. Don't use the present perfect with finished times. Okay? Now, unfinished times, example, today. Today. Well, for me, today is not finished. So if I want to talk about all the finished things I did today, probably I would use present perfect, because today is not finished. So example, today I have had 2 cups of coffee. Today I have had 2 cups of coffee. Let's look at another sentence. Yesterday it's finished. So I had 3 cups of coffee yesterday. But today I have had 2 cups of coffee. Okay, I'm going to start looking at the chat more carefully because I don't have Zach's messages here.
It's in the work chat.
In the web chat?
Work chat with Mark Roberts or with Julian Pinney.
That's what I was just on. Sorry guys, let me be right back. Okay, we are back. Sorry guys, we just we had to figure out Zach's messages. So I'm missing some questions here. Lots of questions. Ooh. Okay. Erin, I think is Erin, right? Inglés. If we say she learned, doesn't she know how to play the saxophone now? Ah, okay, good question. So, example, when I was a child, I learned how to play the saxophone. Okay, so Erin's got a question. Is that right, Erin? Yeah, okay. So when I was a child, I learned how to play the saxophone. Now good question, Erin. Thanks a lot. I'm sorry I missed your questions, guys. We had a problem with the messages. When I was a child, I learned how to play the saxophone. Now this sentence, Erin, doesn't give information about the present. So, for example, me, I learned how to play the saxophone right? But Aaron, this sentence doesn't have any information about the present. So, can Mark play the saxophone now? What do you guys think? Can Mark play the saxophone now? This is a true sentence, okay? So I'll give you 3 choices. Yes, no, or don't know. You guys tell me in the chat. If I say this sentence, hey, Aaron, when I was a child, I learned how to play the saxophone. When I was a child, I learned how to play the saxophone. So does that mean I can play the saxophone now? Yes, Mark can play the saxophone. No, Mark can't play the saxophone. Or we don't know. It's not, maybe I'll change that too. Well, don't know or it's not clear. I think you guys probably can guess the answer, right? Yeah, it's not clear. Yeah, you guys, good. It's not clear because actually, this is true. I can't remember how to play the saxophone. I can't remember it. So if you gave me a saxophone right now, I probably wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to do it. So that's a good question. Maybe if we can, but it's not clear, right, Yomara? Maybe I forgot. So when I was a child, no, Muhammad Mobeen, don't use past perfect. A lot of students, it's okay, Muhammad. A lot of students think, okay, well, the present perfect, okay, I think I understand that, but if I'm talking about the past, I should use the past perfect. No! I'm sorry, this is such a, so many students do this in my school, in my classes, and the past perfect is very different. It's very different. So no, don't use the past perfect, Muhammad, okay? All right, when I was a child, I had learned, no. What does that mean? Does anybody know what that means? When I was a child, what does that mean? What is the past perfect? I mean, I keep saying don't use the past perfect, but what is the past perfect? What is the past perfect? Well, the past perfect is had plus a past participle. And why do we use it? It's actually really simple. Why do we use the past perfect? Why do we use the past perfect? Well, I'll just tell you. We use the past perfect. Listen, Mohammed, you ready? We use the past perfect to talk about before another past time. Okay? So look at that sentence. I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, example. When I woke up this morning. Okay, here's my past time. Here's my past time. When I woke up this morning, my wife had already made coffee. Okay, what does this mean? Well, the past perfect is here, right? My wife had already, my wife had already made coffee. Right, Pascoa, good job. Yes, CF teaching, good job. Yeah, Mukhtar, what have we studied? Okay, when we, Yusuf, yeah, kind of, yeah. We just want to talk about before this time. Yeah, and Tushar, where did you get that from? Because I always say that. This is called super past. Past perfect is super past. It's like the next level of past. Okay? Yeah, so example, when I joined Mark's class, I had never taken a Smrt live class, right? So this is talking about before this. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. It just means before, okay? I'll give you another example because we have when. You guys give me some examples. Give me some examples in the chat and help me out, right? The student came to school and sat down in class. He was hungry. Because why? Why was he hungry? Why was he hungry? Why was he hungry? The student came to school and sat down in class. The student came to school and sat down in class, let's say at 8:55 a.m. He was hungry because why? Well, I want to say no, didn't not eat breakfast, right? Not eat breakfast. Okay. Be careful. Awanaike. Okay. Be careful. Has not had breakfast. No, that's present perfect. Okay. Yusuf, I think you made a mistake about the helping verb. So fix your sentence, Yusuf. You're close. Yeah, you're close. Look at Noriko Nishiguchi's perfect answer. He was hungry, and now this thing, let's just say bad English, let's just say not eat breakfast. Well, I want to say not eat breakfast, but I want to say before this time, or before this time, right? This is past. So we need the next level of past. We need super past, the past perfect, right? He was hungry because he hadn't eaten breakfast. Okay, guys, it's not super difficult. It's not super difficult, right? What's up? You okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. So we're halfway through the class and we haven't started the new lesson yet, right? So that's okay. I mean, that's okay. If you guys want me to continue talking about the past perfect, that's okay. But if you see had or hadn't, or had, sometimes we just do this. If you see this plus a past participle, listen, if you see this, it means before another thing. So think about if you see that, what is the other thing? What is the other thing? What is the other time or the other action? Okay. Yeah, Guadria, good example. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, Fatih. I missed your. I had learnt saxophone when I graduated. Yeah, sure, but don't need a comma, Fatih. You don't need a comma. Okay. I had learnt the saxophone. Okay, so this is before. Before what? Before what? Well, when you use past perfect, it's very common to use when. Okay, when I graduated from school. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I had learnt the saxophone when I graduated from school. So which thing happened first and which thing happened second? You guys think about that. Which thing happened first and which thing happened second? Right? Well, remember, past perfect means it happened before another thing. So always think, what is the other thing? I had learnt the saxophone when I here is the other thing. Understand? Guadria, another nice example. Let's write Guadria's. Guadria, is that good pronunciation of your name? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Guadria. Look at this beautiful sentence. He had stolen my car, before I woke up. Okay, he had stolen my car before I woke up. Okay, now interesting, she used this word, before. Now, the past perfect is not necessary. It's not necessary, but you can use it. You can use it. That's okay. You can use it if you say before. Because because we use the past perfect. The meaning of past perfect is before. Okay? Before the past. So here, look, here, do we understand that this thing happened before this thing? Yeah, we do. We do. So here we could just say he stole my car. He stole my car before I woke up. That's okay. That's okay. Also this, he had stolen my car before I woke up. Okay? Now, if you say this, let's like this. Example, a story. Yesterday I woke up. Sorry. I went to the bathroom and then went to the kitchen to make coffee. I looked outside. My car was gone. Ding, ding, ding. That's an interesting story. Not really, but okay. Yesterday I woke up. I went to the bathroom and then went to the kitchen to make coffee. I looked outside. My car was gone. My car was gone. Why? Quadria, what happened? Why? Why was my car gone? Why was my car gone? You are wrong, Rosa. What are you guys talking about? Huh? 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 Oh my God. Oh, so many sentences. So many questions. Okay, let's go back here. Yesterday I woke up, I went to the bathroom and then went to the kitchen to make coffee. I looked outside, my car's gone. Why? Why? What? Someone, Steve Lynn, someone had stolen it. Someone had stolen it. Now, Steve Lynn, your sentence is perfect. But Yusuf, well, Yusuf wrote exactly what I wrote. So your sentence is really, really good. But Tierno Touré or Beatrice, someone has. We're not talking about the present. We're talking about the past. Someone had. Okay, my car, yeah, but Noriko was stolen doesn't mean before. It doesn't mean before. Okay, here we have my car was gone. That's an adjective. That's an adjective. It means not here or not there. Okay, he is gone. Noriko was in Vancouver, but now she is gone. She is gone. She is in Japan now, right? Yeah. So look, guys, a lot of people are using passive. Someone had stolen it. So if I want to say this sentence, listen, if you don't understand passive, it's difficult. If you want to say this sentence, but no someone, right? What do? We need passive. So we have to put this one, let's take that out, let's put that here. Let's use a capital letter. Don't forget capital letters. It, the car had stolen? No, someone. This action is someone. So we need be. Remember passive, we always need be plus a past participle. Right? But past perfect, we need had plus a past participle. So what do we do? It's so difficult. It's so difficult. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. So the passive past participle is here. Right? Be, we need to put before this, right? So be stolen. But past perfect, we need had plus past participle. So we change be to been. Good job, guys. You guys. By the way, do you understand that? You guys. Usually in English, if I'm talking to many people, we say you guys. It's pretty casual. You guys are ahead of me. You are ahead of me. You are before me. Yeah, you're finished already. Aaron, I don't know what that means, Aaron. I don't know what all those pictures mean. It had been stolen. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take a second here and go back in the chat and look at what I've missed here. Okay, well, CF teaching is asking learn and learnt are used equally? No. CF teaching, I said learn has two past participles. The past tense is learned, and the past participle is learned or learnt. Okay, you said learn and learnt. Okay, can I say, so Awanaike, I'm sorry, Awanaike, Zach sent me this and I just haven't looked at it yet. Can I say pit as well as his men has arrived? Pit? P-I-T? I don't understand what that means, pit. Murad, can we use present perfect when the action, oh, present perfect. So Murad is talking about present perfect. Thank you, Murad. Remember, today's lesson is about present perfect, but we are talking about the past perfect now. Okay, well, Murad, let me answer that question after, because right now we're talking about the past perfect. I don't want to jump from past perfect, present perfect, past perfect, present perfect. I know I'm doing that now, but let's go back in the chat and let's make sure I haven't missed anything. He had not eaten it. It's difficult for me. It's difficult for me. Yeah. Great explanation. Thank you, Kaio. Great comment, Kaio. Either my friends or my brother has taken the car out. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But again, some people are using present perfect to talk about the past. Okay, so going back to this sentence here. Yesterday I woke up, I went to the bathroom and then went to the kitchen to make coffee. I looked outside, my car was gone. Right? My car was gone. Now a lot of students get confused here. Why was gone? Because this is an adjective. This is an adjective. Gone is an adjective, right? So with adjectives, we usually use be. My car was gone. What's another adjective? Well, maybe I can describe the weather. It was cloudy, right? It was cloudy. It was cloudy. I don't know. What else could I say? It was, I don't know. Gosh. It was dark. It was dark outside. It was dark. Right? So I'm using adjectives. So I say it was. So same thing. My car was gone. Understand? But now, this time, right? What time? I looked outside. Right? My car was gone. Why? And now I have to go to the super past. I have to say, before all this, before this, the car had been stolen. Okay, Joe is a man, Muhammad. Joe discovered that Muhammad had tied to him. I don't understand, Zach. Learned, okay. Before I went to high school, I'd gone to the school. Before I went to high school, I had gone to the school. Maria, what do you mean? What do you mean? Before I went to high school, I had gone to the school. What school? Which school? I don't understand which school, right? Do you mean elementary school? I had gone to elementary school. That's fine, yeah. Remember, past perfect is not necessary if you have before, because I understand what happened first and what happened second, right? But it's okay. So I had gone or I went, yeah, good. Sorry guys, I talked a lot about past perfect, and I want to make sure that I didn't miss your messages. Dogan, I had learned the saxophone. Can we say for this sentence dependent clause? Okay, which one? I had learned the saxophone. Well, no, I had learned the saxophone. This is not dependent. This is independent. This is dependent. Okay. I thought that Fatih is a girl because Mark is calling him Fatih? Fatih? I'm sorry, I don't know the pronunciation, right? I mean, you guys are in different countries, so I have to guess your names, right? I'm sorry. Okay, Jose Alfredo Fuentes has a sentence here. Let's write it. I had traveled to Canada when I was 40. Okay, Jose. Everybody look at this sentence. I had traveled to Canada when I was 40. Guys, remember, past perfect means before the other thing. What's the other thing? So, when I was 40. So, this sentence, Jose, maybe this is your meaning, I'm not sure. But I had traveled to Canada when I was 40 means you traveled to Canada before you were 40, right? Is that your meaning? Because if your meaning is me, 40, travel to Canada, don't use past perfect. Do you understand? I traveled to Canada when I was 40. So me, 40 years old, traveled to Canada. But if your meaning is me, 40 years old, before, you need past perfect. Okay? All right, wow, past perfect lesson today. What's the difference between present perfect and past perfect? A lot. Well, the past perfect, we're only talking about the past. Past perfect, we are talking about before another past time, right? And the present perfect, good question actually, good question, Khalid. The present perfect is we are talking about the past and the present. It's very different. Remember, present perfect. Present perfect. Right? The past perfect has no information about now. There's no information about now with the past perfect. But the present perfect, right? What does this mean? What does this mean? Julian hasn't woken up yet. It's not true. He's here. But example, he hasn't woken up yet. So in the past, Julian didn't wake up. And this is present perfect. So the past, he didn't wake up. The result, what's the result? Continues now. What does that mean now? What does this mean now? What does this mean now? I'm going to go back down, go back down, go back down, go back down, go back down. Yes, Steve Lynn. Actually, Julian is not a female, not a woman. He's a man. I'm pretty sure. So what does that mean? He is still sleeping. He is still sleeping now. That's the meaning. That's the meaning. Wow, everybody thinks you're a woman, Julian. Maybe you should change your name. Yeah, you guys, he's really angry. Yeah, he's really. It's okay. He doesn't care. He's just joking. I'm joking too. Okay, Julian hasn't woken up yet. Okay, yeah, he's still sleeping now. Now look. When I woke up this morning, how do I say, before this time, he didn't wake up, so this time, sleeping, right? Well, we're talking about before this time. Before. When I woke up this morning, so me, when I was awake, when I was looking around, I saw Julian, and Julian was sleeping in his bedroom. We don't live together. Just an example, right? He was sleeping, right? He was sleeping. So I saw him, he was sleeping, right? Because before this time, before this time, wake up? No, no, right? So here, this is the past. And if I want to talk about before this time, I need past perfect. So he hadn't woken, he hadn't woken up yet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Guadria, I haven't had. Yeah, and then it gets confusing because with present perfect, we use have or has plus a past participle, right? I know you know that. I know you know that. And the past perfect, had plus a past participle, right? But sometimes we say this, I have had. Because look, I have, and what's the past participle of have? The past participle of have is had. And many students, they're like, what? I have had? Or I had had? That's okay. That's okay too. I know it's crazy. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I know this is a difficult lesson. Mark's mics have a little problem? No, I don't think so. Mine are okay. Yeah. What do you guys have? If you want to understand this grammar, example, finish my sentence. Yesterday, I had, Maria Solandrade, I had a nightmare. Many students don't know this word, nightmare. Nightmare is a bad dream. Yeah, Awanaike. Is that good pronunciation of your name, Awanaike? This is killing me. Beatrice, relax, relax. It's okay. It's okay. Right? Yesterday, listen. Beatrice, listen. It's confusing, Zach. It's really difficult for the student. But Beatrice, relax. It's difficult for everybody. So just listen. I'll help you. Okay? Kaio, we don't care about politics. Don't talk about politics here. All right. What do you had? Yesterday, I had, what somebody wrote, Awanaike, a bad experience. Yeah, good. So right now, we're just talking about what can you have, right? What can you have? So guys, yesterday, write this sentence with your own ideas, okay? Yesterday, I had what? Yesterday, I had, okay, well, Cesar wrote, I had a good dream. Yeah, I had a good dream. Politics is life? No, definitely disagree. Disagree. But that's okay. You guys can talk about politics in a politics chat room or something. Here, we're learning English, right? We're learning English. Just venting. Ooh. Yeah, Yomera, yesterday I had a headache. Yeah, very good. Okay, let me help you guys, okay? Yesterday, I had lunch with my mother, for example, right? Or yesterday, I had a meeting with Zach, right? Kaio, it's okay, I don't care. I'm just joking. I don't care. You guys can talk. Yesterday, I had an exam. Good job, Guadria. Okay, I had an exam. Okay, all right. Let's stop. Oh, okay. Let's not stop because CF teaching had the best example. I had an excellent class with Mark. Thank you, CF teaching. Best example. Okay. Okay. So. You guys see here the sentence, have is the main verb. Whoops. I always use the Macintosh keyboard rules, right? But I'm using a Windows computer right now, so it's a little different. So have is the main verb of the sentence, right? What's the negative? Well, I didn't have, right? I didn't have a nightmare. I didn't have a bad experience. I didn't have a good dream. Okay. All right, let's go back to the present perfect. The present perfect. Okay. Okay. I am not hungry. I am not hungry because. Yeah, these are all past simple, Cesar. I'm moving back to the present perfect. I am not hungry because. Okay, now listen, guys. In the past, I ate lunch. Let's say this. I ate a big lunch. But the result of this continues. What is the result? Well, the result is I'm not hungry. I'm full. Right? So this happened in the past, but I want to connect this past finished thing with the present. So, because I have eaten a big lunch. Present perfect, right? Present perfect, right? But in English, you can say eat lunch, but what's another way to say eat lunch? What's another way to say eat lunch? Look at how Nguyen's answer. You have lunch. You can say have lunch or have dinner, have a coffee, right? Have some soup. That's okay. Sometimes we say have and the meaning is eat or drink, right? So let's change eaten to have. But we need the past participle, right, Beatrice? You okay, Beatrice? Have lunch, right. So I have, this have is present perfect, right? Remember, present perfect, have or has plus past participle, right? But this one, we want to say have lunch. So we need the past participle of have. I have had a big lunch. Still alive. Are you okay? It's not killing you? I have had a big lunch. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, now, at 9 o'clock this morning, I wasn't hungry. Why? 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 You guys tell me. Have a seat, not sit, Guadria. Seat, okay? That's okay. Sit is a verb, okay? And seat is a noun. So have a seat. Good job. That's okay. Beatrice is CF Teaching's daughter. Oh, okay. So CF Teaching is Beatrice's mother or father? I don't know. Because I ate late last night. Yeah, maybe. But let's think about this meaning. Look. So now, guys, look at the difference. Look at the difference. This is talking about now, right? So if I want to connect the past with now, I use the present perfect. But look, now this sentence is about 9 o'clock this morning. I wasn't hungry, right? So now I need to talk about before 9 o'clock. Well, 9 o'clock, I wasn't hungry. This is past. I need super past. No, Noriko, that's present perfect. Present perfect is talking about the past and the present, now. I'm talking about in the past, 9 o'clock this morning. 9 o'clock this morning, right? Look at Luis Antonio Suarez. Okay, Dogen, we're not talking about the continuous right now, okay? I guess we'll talk about it next week, I'm sorry. My plan was to talk about it today, but we're talking about the past perfect today now, right? My mother, okay. Right. So before 9 o'clock, before this time, me eat big lunch? No, big breakfast, right? I had eaten a big breakfast, right? But what is another way to say eaten? What's another way to say eat? Have, right? What's the past participle of have? Had. So now we can say this. Oh, English is so cool. It's so cool. Because I had had a big breakfast. I had had a big breakfast. Yeah. So let me write this. This is present perfect. This is past perfect. Past perfect. I think that's a good time to end the class. I have to go teach my class here in the school. We will continue present perfect. We will continue talking about this next week. Same time, Wednesday, this time, right? Remember, like I talked about before we started today's lesson, I will start a new class. And it's 2 hours a week. It's 2 hours a week, right? The same time as this class, but on Tuesdays and Fridays. If you want to do more work, study more English, check out this webpage, smartenglish.com/smart/live. Right? Like Zach's put the link in the chat. And you can get more information about it. Join my class. I would love to have some of the students from this class join my other class. Join it if you have time. Yeah, come. Come to this class, and it's going to be very different. Remember, Sean is now on Thursdays at this time. Okay. So come back tomorrow for Sean's class. Otherwise, not about Sean's class or everything else. Otherwise, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for the great questions, great comments. See you next week. Bye, everybody.